It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. And since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please, won't you please, please won't you be my neighbor? Neighbors are people who are close to each other. So that's what we are right now, you and I. We're neighbors. I like it. Do you? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. And since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please, please won't you be my neighbor? And you know, the best kind of neighbors try to talk with each other about important things, because there's so much to try to understand, so much to understand. Some things I don't understand. Some things are scary and sad. Sometimes I even get bad when I'm mad. Sometimes I even get glad. Why does a dog have to bark? Why does an elephant die? Why can't we play all the time in the park? Why can't my pussycat fly? Why, wonder why? Why, wonder why? Why do big people say no? Why are their voices so loud? Why don't the witches and bad guys all go? Why does the sky fly a cloud? Why, wonder why? Why, wonder why? Why does it have to get dark? Why can't the day always stay? Let's say goodbye to the nighttime, goodbye. Let's send the dark time away. Why do fire engines make noise? Why is hot water so hot? Why aren't live babies like my other toys? Why do I wonder a lot? Someday, oh someday, I'll know what to say. Someday, oh someday, I'll not have to say. Why, 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 why? Why, wonder why? Why, 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 why? Why, 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 why? Do you find some things scary? Do some things make you mad? Do you sometimes feel happy and other times feel sad? Well, that's the way that people are. Most people feel it all, no matter if they're very short or very, very tall. But what is most important is the way that we can play and say the things that we feel are important every day. So let's talk about the things we sometimes feel inside, we sometimes think inside, we sometimes hide inside. Let's sing about the things we sometimes feel inside, so that we can be good friends. Are you a boy or a girl? I used to think that you got born and then you turned into a girl or a boy. But now I know that if you're a boy, you were born a boy. And if you're a girl, you were born a girl. You're just the way you're supposed to be. Baby girls grow up to be big girls and then ladies. Baby boys grow up to be big boys and then men. Some are fancy on the outside, some are fancy on the inside. Yes, sir, everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Boys are boys from the beginning. Girls are girls right from the start. Yes, sir, everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Only girls can be the mummies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir, everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. I think you're a special person, and I like your ins and outsides. Yes, sir, everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. You know, I think you're growing. Stand up and show how much you've grown since last time you played your records. My, you are growing. You certainly are. I'm so proud of you. You're growing inside and out. You used to creep and crawl real well, but then you learned to walk real well. There was a time you'd coo and cry, but then you learned to talk, and my, you hardly ever cry. You hardly ever crawl at all. I like the way you're growing up. It's fun, that's all. You're growing, you're growing, you're growing in and out. You're growing, you're growing, you're growing all about. Your hands are getting bigger now. Your arms and legs are longer now. You even sense your insides grow when Mom and Dad refuse you. So you're learning how to wait now. It's great to hope and wait somehow. I like the way you're growing up. It's fun, that's all. You're growing, you're growing, you're growing in and out. You're growing, you're growing, you're growing all about. Your friends are getting better now. They're better every day somehow. You used to stay at home to play, but now you even play away. You do important things now. Your friends and you do big things now. I like the way you're growing up. It's fun, that's all. Someday you'll be a grown-up too, and have some children grow up too. Then you can love them in and out, and tell them stories all about the times when you were their size, the times when you found great surprise in growing up, and they will sing, it's fun, that's all. You're growing, you're growing, you're growing in and out. You're growing, you're growing, you're growing all about. In my neighborhood, there's a man whose name is Mr. Anybody. He can be anybody he wants to be just by thinking about it. This is a song he sang about himself one day. When I get up in the morning, I look into the mirror. I say, "Hello there, mister. Is anybody here?" But the face I see in the mirror always seems to say, "It's you who must decide just who you'll be today." Who shall I be today, I say? Who shall I be today, this day? A dark horse, a light cow, a doggy or a cat, a gray mouse, a blue owl, or something like that. There's so much to choose and so much to be, that's why it's fun to be anybody. Who shall I be today, I say? Who shall I be today, this day? A king or a queen or a doctor or a nurse, a streetcar conductor, a witch with a curse. There's so much to choose and so much to be, that's why it's fun to be anybody. One day I decided to be a fireman strong. I squirted water bravely and rang the firehouse gong. The next day it was Sunday, so I most naturally just chose to be a singer, and I sang most gloriously. Another day I baked a pie, another wrote a book. One day I was a fisherman and fished without a hook. Someday I'll be an engineer, someday I'll dig a moat, someday I'll be a carpenter, someday I'll drive a boat. But who shall I be today, I say? Who shall I be today, this day? A rich man, a poor man, a beggar man, a thief, a doctor, a lawyer, an Indian chief. There's so much to choose and so much to be, that's why it's fun to be anybody, anybody. Who would you like to be like when you're grown up? Girls often would like to be like their mothers. I'd like to be just like my mom. She's pretty and she's nice. She knows just how to make the beds and cook things out of rice. And Daddy likes the things she does, the way she looks, and gee, I'd like to be just like my mom and have someone like me. And boys often like to think they'll someday grow up to be like their dads. I'd like to be just like my dad. He's handsome and he's keen. He knows just how to drive the car and buy the gasoline. And Mommy likes the things he does, the way he looks, and gee, I'd like to be just like my dad and have someone like me. When I was a little boy, I guess I was 5 or 6 years old, I was just sure I'd grow up and marry my mom. So I just talked with her about it, and she talked with me about it, and that was good. One day I said, I'm really going to marry, really going to marry, really going to marry. One day I said, I'm really going to marry, really going to marry my mom. I told my mom I'm really going to marry, really going to marry, really going to marry. I told my mom I'm really going to marry, really going to marry you. She smiled, didn't laugh, said, I hope you will marry. I hope you will marry, I hope you will marry. She smiled, didn't laugh, said, I hope you will marry. Maybe someone like me. But you see, she said, I'm already married, already married, already married. You see, she said, I'm already married, I'm married to your daddy. And as you grow more and more like your daddy, more and more like your daddy, more like your daddy, and as you grow more and more like your daddy, you'll find a lady like me, and she'll love you as I love your daddy. I love your daddy as I love your daddy, and she'll love you as I love your daddy, and she will marry you. Then she will be the wife and the mother, wife and the mother, the wife and the mother, and she will be the wife and the mother of your own family. And I hope you will have little children, have little children, have little children. I hope you will have little children, and they will be like you. 'Cause mothers and dads have special love for children, special love for children, special love for children. Mothers and dads have special love for children, especially children like you. That's what Mom said when I told her I would marry, told her I would marry, told her I would marry. That's what Mom said when I told her I would marry, told her I would marry her. I'm glad I told her, 'cause I really often wondered, really often wondered, really often wondered. I'm glad I told her, 'cause I really often wondered who my wife would be. Now I'll just wait and look for my lady, look for my lady, look for my lady. I'll just wait and look for my lady, and I'll just wait and see. And I will grow up just like my daddy, just like my daddy, just like my daddy. And I'll grow up just like my daddy, and my wife will be looking for me. And when I get married, my mom will be the granny, my mom will be the granny, my mom will be the granny. And when I get married, my mom will be the granny, the prettiest granny in town. It all works out if you talk and you listen, if you talk and you listen, you talk and you listen. It all works out if you talk and you listen, and your mother cares about you. It all works out if you talk and you listen, if you talk and you listen, you talk and you listen. It all works out if you talk and you listen, 'cause someone cares for you. Yes, someone cares for you. I felt better after I talked with her about that. Sometimes it's very hard to talk to grown-ups about things that bother you, but it sure makes you feel better if you can. Did you ever have a new baby come to your house to live with you? When your mother's having the baby, you can hardly wait for it to come. But when it finally does come, you wonder why people are always with the baby and making such a fuss about it. It takes a lot of time to take care of a baby, doesn't it? When a baby comes to your house, it's a girl or it's a boy, it's a sister or a brother, but it's never just a toy. It can cry and it can holler, it can wet and it can coo, but there's one thing it can never be like you. You were there before the baby, now the baby's always there. Now you wait for special moments with your mother in the chair. You're a very special person, you are special to your mom, and your dad begins to say you'll always be the older one. It's so good to know that always there's a special place for you, and a special place for baby right inside the family too. You've a place that no one else has, there is only one like you. Here's a brave, strong song. You might like to march while I sing it for you. Be brave, and then be strong. Be brave, you'll not be wrong if you are right. Keep your chin up tight, and be brave, and then be strong. Be brave, and then be strong. Be brave, you'll not go wrong with fighting might. You will reach the sight, so be brave and be strong. Do you like to march? Well then, how would you like to pretend you were a train? Starting out very slowly from the station. Then getting faster and faster. Then coming toward another station, getting slower and slower, and then stopping at the station. Why don't you pretend you're getting off the train now that it's stopped? And you see that it's raining, so you put up your pretend umbrella and you go home. But you've gotten a lot of yourself wet, and nobody's very pleased about it. Sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get wet, and their parents get upset. But the very same people who get wet sometimes are the very same people who are dry sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people make noise, and they break each other's toys. But the very same people who are noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get mad, and they feel like being bad. But the very same people who are mad sometimes are the very same people who are glad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? Isn't it the same for you? And so you pretend you're a lion for a while. And then an elephant. Good. And then a monkey. And then a sleepy cat. And then you think you'll just be a prince or maybe a princess by the name of Ella. My name is Ella, and I used to sweep the cinders from the fireplace, and my sisters didn't have to do a thing. I washed the dishes, made the beds, and cooked the meals, and swept the cinders. Still my sisters didn't have to do a thing. Then one day, when I was feeling very blue, a very lovely fairy said to me, "Just how would you like to be a princess? Cinderella as a princess, Cinderella in a crown as a princess, in a castle with Prince Charming, who will keep all things from harming little Ella. Cinderella as a princess." The lovely fairy, oh so magically, turned mice to horses rapidly, and with a warning sent me to the ball. Prince Charming danced with me and danced with me, till I remembered frantically at midnight I would have to leave the hall. So I rushed home from the castle just in time. I thought it must have been a dream, because there was no sign, no sign I'm a princess. Cinderella as a princess, Cinderella in a crown as a princess, in a castle with Prince Charming, who will keep all things from harming little Ella. Cinderella as a princess. It seems Prince Charming found the slipper that I dropped right near the castle, and he said that he would find the girl it fit. And after days and days of searching, he was searching in our neighborhood and stopped into our house to rest a bit. All at once, he asked if I would try the shoe. My sister said, "How silly." But Prince Charming said, please do be my princess." Well, the ending of my story, like the ending of a real fairy story, in a castle with Prince Charming, who now keeps all things from harming little Ella. Cinderella as a princess. Cinderella as a princess. Anybody can pretend he's a prince or a princess, a king or a queen or something like that. But you know, to me, it doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you have long hair or short hair, if you live in a light house or a dark house. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy. To me, the only thing that matters is you, because I like you as you are. I like you as you are, exactly and precisely. I think you turned out nicely, and I like you as you are. I like you as you are, without a doubt or question, or even a suggestion, 'cause I like you as you are. I like your disposition, your facial composition, and with your kind permission, I'll shout it to a star. I like you as you are. I wouldn't want to change you, or even rearrange you, not by far. I like you, I-L-I-K-E-Y-O-U. I like you, yes I do. I like you, Y-O-U. I like you as you are. A very young person gave this song to me, and we sometimes sing it at our house before we go to sleep. It's easy to learn if you can say the word tree, and we love you, and yes we do. I'll sing it first, and you can learn it, then we'll sing it together. Tree, 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 tree. We love you, yes we do, yes we do, we love you. Tree, 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 tree. Do you think you can sing it now? Okay, let's. Tree, 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 tree. We love you, yes we do, yes we do. We love you. Tree, 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 tree. Just before we go to sleep, we talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. Do you like to do that? It gives you a good feeling when you know what to expect, doesn't it? I hope we can be neighbors again tomorrow. Let's do that, okay? Plan to play your record again tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll start the day tomorrow with a song or two. 1, 2. Tomorrow, tomorrow, we'll start the day tomorrow with a smile for you. Till then, I hope you're feeling happy. Till then, I hope your day is snappy. Tomorrow, tomorrow, it soon will be tomorrow and be our day. We will say a very happy tomorrow to you. You always make each day a special day by just your being you. There's only one person exactly like you in the whole world, and that's you yourself, and I like you. Till then, I hope you're feeling happy. Till then, I hope your day is snappy. Tomorrow, tomorrow, it soon will be tomorrow and be our day. We will say a very happy